Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel Megha Discourse, and I am your educator Megha. Don't skip this video. Why so? If you skip this video, then you might lose the chance to solve the questions from language and linguistics. This lecture is completely based on your PYQ trend analysis of last year UGC NET paper, that is June 2025 and December 2025. In this video, we will cover language and linguistics. This is your first lecture, introduction of language. And do not consider this is only the introduction of language, because in this introduction, 2 to 3 questions in your paper. Okay, so that's why this introduction is an important one. Now, second thing is that in this video, we will solve last 2 cycle questions. Latest question, they are not old questions, latest questions from language and linguistics. And then you will get idea that how examiner cleverly frames the question. Okay, so these series on language and linguistics, they are absolutely free. There's no need to pay a single penny for these videos, as we have taken the challenge to give free course for UGC NET June 2026, and we are doing our best because of you, because of your support. So without wasting much time, let's start our class. As you can see here, the lecture overview, in which we will cover what is language, the feature of language, importance of language, and key theorists of language. All are based on PYQ. Okay, and then we will do importance of language, that is in the single unit. Then the most important thing, PYQs and the trend analysis through PYQs. Okay, now why the importance of linguistic and the small units are increasing? So I have taken last year, that is 2 cycle, and I think it helps us a lot. This series helps you a lot, so stay connected. Do not consider first lecture, I will see second lecture, and then you just disappear. So it's not my loss, it's completely your loss. Okay, so stay connected. Now, what is language? Why do we need to study linguistics? Why do we need to study language and this origin, this introductory lecture? So language means the medium of communication, the medium to convey the message. Now, this language has 3 pillars. The first pillar we have structured system. The second pillar we have a community. And the third pillar we have expression, that is the purpose. So language is a structured system of communication using sound, symbols, and gestures, which is governed by rules. We have some rules to follow, so we can speak very well, we can communicate very well, whatever the language it is. Okay, so it is said that what is the structured system? That is like we have subject plus object plus verb for English for the sentence making. Similarly, it is happened in Hindi as well. So that we can arrange the letters and make a word, then we can arrange the words and make sentence, then we can make different sentences and make paragraph and essay. That's why we use a structured system. Okay, then why? So in community, in our peer, in our society, we can communicate, we can express what are our internal thought into the external words. That is transmission of thought. Then why? To express thought and meaning. So these are 3 pillars, and if you are not getting 3 pillars, then you cannot understand the concept of language. If one is missing, then the whole definition of language will be diminished. Now, there are 3 major theorists. First, we have Ferdinand. He is linguistic and he is called the father of modern linguistics. Okay, he said that language is a system, okay, of science where meaning arises from differences. Now, what is differences? Like now the temperature is hot one, okay, it's summertime. So we cannot call it cold or we cannot call it winter, because for the winter we need coolness, we need cold, we need some thandi, and for this summer we need like now we are switching on our fan so that we can remain cool and calm. So the difference for the winter, for the coolness we call it winter, and for the warmness we call it summer. So this is the difference. Okay, this is pen, digital pen. Now This is normal pen we are using. So what is difference? This is digital one, you cannot refill it. Okay, you can refill it, you can throw it, but you cannot throw it. So that is the difference, and we take it, we pick the name according to the differences. Okay, so this is the concept of Ferdinand. Okay, then we have Edward Safir, and with Lee Wolf, he is another major anthropologist. Okay, with Lee Wolf, he has given the hypothesis. And what is the hypothesis? The hypothesis is that language is because of culture. Language is because of cultural interaction. Okay. He has given the concept of non-instinctive. It means only the human can communicate. No other animal or no other living being can communicate like human being. As you know very well that animals can communicate through gestures, through non-verbal communication. They have several sounds. Okay, but human can communicate. And second, he has given the another thing, that human element. Okay, that the language is a cultural concept. That language is only the primary medium in shaping the society and in expressing our thoughts, desires, not only the facts, but the desires, ideas, ideology. Okay, so this is the idea of Edward Safir, that language is a purely human method of communicating ideas, emotions, desires. Okay, now then we have Noam Chomsky. He is the major linguistic. He has given the grammar generative method, that is translation generative grammar, universal grammar. That how from language 1 to language 2 we can learn, how we use language 1 to learn language 2. And the another thing is that he has given the concept like innatism. Now what is innatism? Innatism, the innate ability, yani that God-given gift. Okay, a child can learn a language by adapting the social environment, by adapting what his parents is speaking with him. So he just grabs those words and he's starting communicating. And that's why it is said that a child at the age of 5 to 10, 5 to 7, this is the age, child learns very well even the complex vocab, because the development of mind, because the innate ability. Okay, so that is the innatism. He has given the universal grammar approach. Language is a mental faculty, an innate, species specific capacity. I have told you about the innate one, mental faculty. What is species specific? Again, the same idea like Edward Safir, that only the human can communicate. Only the human can communicate. Animals cannot communicate like human beings. Okay, they use gestures, non-verbal communication. That's why this is the only ability in human. Okay, so this is the language concept. Now, this is Hawker design 1960. He has given the design feature of language, which asked many times in different ways. Okay, what is arbitrariness? First, he has given the term arbitrariness. Sigmund Freud also talking, Ferdinand is also talking about arbitrariness. What is arbitrariness? Means there is no link between the name and its purpose. Like I have given this name pen, simple pen. Okay, what is the function of this? To write down, but we do not know when I have to pick the name. Okay, we do not know when I have to rename this pen. So there is a no link between the name and the purpose and the feature. Like I am calling something tree because it is green, it has branches, so I call it tree. But in different language, it is called with another language. Like for water, we use agua, A-G-U-A in Spanish. So they have different name. So it is not according to rule, according to any structure. There is a no dictionary that we have to pick this name for the particular feature. So there is a no link. That is called arbitrariness. Okay, that is no natural link between form and its meaning. Productivity, that is how to produce one. What is the result? Infinite new sentences from finite element. Now what is the meaning? Like we have letters, then we form words from these letters. That is a productivity. Now from these words we make many and several numerous sentences. Like for example, if I say you have to make sentences. Then what will you do? You just arrange the words according to rule, like we need subject plus verb plus object. Then what will you do? You first arrange subject, then verb accordingly, and then object, and you make sentences. You can make single sentence, you can make clause, like in single you said I am a girl, okay, but I am telling you thoda sa you have to make a complex sentence, then you make a complex sentence whether it has a meaning or not one. Okay, just you need a structured form. Okay, like there is a sentence. Okay, we have the purple elephant, okay, ate my homework while dancing on a giant marshmallow. So this is the sentence. Now, why I fitted this in one? Now let us break this sentence. Okay. First, the purple elephant, it doesn't exist. So this is subject existing in kar it is superfluous one, imaginative. Okay, but we make a sentence that is absolutely correct so far as structure is concerned. Syntactical, the structure is correct. Ate my homework, that is a silly excuse. Okay, while dancing on a giant marshmallow. Have you ever seen a giant marshmallow? No. So it means to say that we have just arranged the word, we just produce words, we just produce sentences from use of words and sentence structure. There is no exact meaning, and generally you can say your mind is not a tape recorder. Okay, you cannot exactly learn the sentences unless or until you get the meaning, you get the structure. Okay, then we have displacement. This is your PYQ. Now what is displacement? देखिए, to displace something, to use time, to use specific चीजें, like through language you can travel into the past, into the present, into the future, or into the unimaginary thing. Okay, whatever is speaking. For example, I was good at maths. Okay, I wish I can do this. I am teaching you. So in a single place, I am sitting here and I am expressing my ideas on past, on present and future as well, and on the creative thing as well. So this is called displacement, that you were talking about past, future, that is you are talking about the time, that is displacement. Then we have culture transmission, that through language, we can transmit culture. Simple one, a Gujarati can speak to non-Gujarati and non-Gujarati can learn Gujarati words. A Haryanvi can speak to non-Haryanvi and they both can interchange the words, like this is the time for Haryanvi people, as you can see. Many, I don't know about the southern one as well, because I am from the Haryana, so I know very well now. The neighborhood street, they are learning Haryanvi more because they find it a powerful one. Okay, so they are learning those words, they are learning Dhakkad words, you can say. Okay, so this is the culture transmission, acquired socially, not biologically. So you can learn language through communication. Okay, then we have duality. Duality means double thing. That is, we have two levels of language. First we have sound, then we have meaningful unit. Like we have first meaningful unit, meaningful sound. Okay, then we have meaningful unit. Like suppose if I am giving you B-A-T, that is the meaningful sound. I am saying you that you have to make words from the by using these three words. Then what can you do? You convert them into meaningful units. Like you make bat, at and tab. So from three letters you make three words and these all are meaningful words. So that is the duality. Now what is interchangeability? Interchange something. Sender can be receiver and vice versa. How? I am teaching you. You can teach another person by watching my video. Okay, like a child imitates his teacher. Okay, a child imitates his teacher. Then what he do? He tries to teach in the same way as the teacher. Okay, so this is the interchangeability. Like you learn something from your mother and father, and then in the next generation, or you will do the same thing. So this is called interchangeability. Okay, so this is your second slide. Now let us solve the question. This is your June 2025 question. Okay, it looks very simple, but many of the students have attempted wrong. How? This is the tricky question. Okay, now how examiner frame this question? First we have language use symbol. Okay, we have covered this. That are primary vocal. Okay, we have sound system initially before moving into the word system. It may also be visual. Now, this is the tricky line. And its subfields are phonetics, phonology, writing system, orthography, that is the spelling system, non-verbal communication. This is the right one. Now, is it really necessary to be visualized? No. Symbols cannot be visualized always. So this is the trick here. That's why we have to eliminate A. Everything is correct one, but visual part is wrong one. Language is used for communication and its subfields are sentence processing, yes, pragmatics, that idea, discourse analysis, obvious hai, and conversation analysis. This is absolutely like they are subfields of a language. Okay, so B is correct. What about C? Language uses symbol. Absolutely correct. That have unconventionalized meaning. Now, what do you mean by unconventionalized meaning? Language has convention, language has rules, language has system. So it can't be unconventionalized. So that means C is incorrect. Now, what about D? Language is systematic means of communicating ideas, okay, or feelings by use of conventionalized signs. Now, what the student will think, would think in the paper, that one we have unconventional, then we have conventional. So if you know the meaning, what is difference between conventional and unconventional, then you can take the right one. So it is conventionalized signs because sound, gesture, mass all have the meaning in the language system. So D is correct, and C and D are opposite one. If C is here, then D can't be there. Okay. E option. Language has region specific characteristics. Obviously, we have different regions, we have different accents and cultures, and its subfields are phonetics, phonology, morphology, and syntax, discourse analysis, lexical analysis. They are absolutely the subfields. So this is also correct. So our option should be B, D, and A. And in general, if I eliminate A, then your 1 and 2 are incorrect. So you can also use the elimination method. So this is your question from introduction. Only from 2 slides you can answer this question. This is only general question as well. But if you know the meaning of little words, then you can reach. Okay. Now the function of language. What are the functions of language? Okay. We have 2 major linguistic, that is Roman Jacobson and Halliday's 7 functions. They are your PYQ. They generally ask how many functions they have given, or they can give you some of 2 or 4 words and you have to odd one, you have to eliminate the wrong one. Okay. So first, Jacobson has given 6 functions. You only keep the name in your mind. Referential means to refer something, that is what is the topic. Emotive, what are the speaker's feeling behind that topic, why he chose that topic. Cognitive, that is receiver and reader, what type of vocab he will use to express his ideas. Phatic means context and channel, what type of sentence he use, what type of intonation the speaker will use. For example, if I say, hello, welcome you all. Hello, welcome you all. Hey, welcome you all. So I have switches to 3 more. So this is called phatic one. Metalingual, what type of language, code, gestures the speaker will use. For example, powerful words or normal tone, hard vocab, complex sentence. Okay. Then poetic, that is the message itself, how efficiently he expressed his ideas. So this is the Jacobson idea. So keep this all 6 names in your mind. Then let's move to Halliday. Now, Halliday has given 7 functions. First, we have instrumental. That is what instrument he will use in the language. It is not like guitar and all. So instrument means what type of mode he will use to express his ideas. Then regulatory. Regulatory means the command, how he regulate. Like he will work on command, he will work on conversation, he will work on order. Okay. Then interactional, how he interact with the speaker, with the listener. Okay. What powerful message he will give, what type of language, like I said, switch off the fan. Or I will say, please switch off the fan. So how he interact. Then personal, his personal feeling, how his feeling reflect through his message, how his feeling reflects through his words. Okay, like if he is feeling guilty then how he expresses his feeling. Then we have heuristic. This is the important point, and this they have generally asked what is heuristic means. Heuristic means curiosity. Like a speaker, for example, in an interview, have seen many interviews, they interviewed very deep. They ask first question, then they ask another question from the first question, and ki connection of dot case. Okay? So this is called heuristic method, curiosity. Like if I say, how do you have solved this question? Okay. Which method? Why do not use this method? Why only this method? Okay, can you solve another question? So this is the heuristic method, and you are building after analyzing question by question. Then what is imaginative? Creativity. Okay. Then representational. What is representational? That how are you representing your thoughts? The presentation used to convey your thoughts, that is called representational. Okay. So are you like you are using oratorship, writing mode hai, or if it is writing mode, then what type of language you are using? So that is a representation. So these two are powerful, important functions of language. Okay. Now let's switch to next one. What is importance of language? So why we need to understand language? Why we need to work on our language, on our communication skill? So first we have communication. To communicate something, because language is the medium to communicate, language is the mode to communicate. So if I want to express my feeling, then I need language. I need language to express my feeling. Like I am, like many students say, ma'am, please be bilingual. Ma'am, please make videos in Hindi. Someone says, ma'am, please be in English. So it's very confusing for me that in which mode should I use one, because from starting, we both choose that, Komal ma'am and I, we both chose English as a medium to communicate. So now we cannot switch in Hindi as well. Okay. Because, and in general, it is, right one that our paper is in English and we are students of English literature. Okay. If we listen to videos in English one, then it will indirectly, or you can say subconsciously, make our understanding better. So we can get the language of paper easily. Okay, that's why we are making videos in English one. Yes, sometimes we feel difficulty when we get the messages, ma'am, please be bilingual. Okay, but in naturally, if we understand this concept, that if we watch the videos in English, or we watch the videos, or the like we read books in English, okay, we cannot compromise there. So I think we cannot compromise with quality as well, and I think we give you quality content. Okay. So next we have cognitive development. Language needs for mental growth. How? If we speak with another person, then we grasp his vocab, then we grasp his sentence making, then we grasp his ideas, and in general, it builds our mind. Another thing is that how we perceive language symbolically, how we are understanding the second person thought. So in general, it means it is building our mind. It is like from different vocab, from complex word to single words, we are getting ideas. So like we can simply say it is marvelous. What we say, the complex word supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Okay, so this is what we call growth of mind. This is called cognitive development. Okay. Now we have social identity and culture. If you are a good speaker, if you are a good communicator, then there is a more fan following of you. You can convert yourself from introverted to extrovert. Okay. You can convert yourself even extrovert to introvert if you less communicate. Okay. So language, it builds our identity. In our social premise. Okay. So, and through language, we can interchange the culture, we can interchange the culture value, we can interchange the vocab, we can interchange our ideas. So this is the social identity and culture. Okay. We have like education and knowledge. A simple way, I am teaching you. You are gaining something from my teaching. You are gaining something from this video. So this is the exchanging of knowledge, and through my ideas, you can, I hope, can solve the question. So you are now getting knowledge. Okay. Now, power and politics. So media is power. Media is not like that journalism. Media is like reels, YT store we have. Okay. We have Instagram, Facebook, and so many. These all are the power. How? Because in this time, today's time, a single news can spread all around and it can give you a big message. So this is what we call power and politics. And Why it has happened? Because of the language, because of the communication. So this is the importance of language. Like sometimes we can understand different language through gestures. So this is called power and politics. Okay. So it is rightly said, think before speak. Okay. Chaliye. Now, what are the major key theorists of language? This is again your PYQs. This is not included in your last year trend analysis, but they have asked differently. Okay. It will help you in theory as well. First, we have Pradinand, who has given structural linguistics, and he is the father of modern linguistics because he has given the concept of lang and parole. What is lang? Lang means abstract system. What is abstract? Which cannot be seen. That is words, alphabet, okay, emotions. Now, what is parole? Parole means the system of abstract system. Now, how you arrange the abstract system and how you are speaking. This is called parole. Okay. Arbitrariness of sign. I have already told you that there is no link between the form and the meaning. Signifier and signified. That the name of the thing is signifier and what is representing, that is signified. This is the digital pen, signifier, and what is representing, it is helps to write down. So this is called signified. Okay. So this concept are given by Ferdinand. They can simply ask this as well. B.F. Skinner, the important psychologist, he has given behaviorist theory that a language is learned through behavior. Language is learned through habit formation. So that's why he has given stimulus, response, and reinforcement. Now, what is this SRR rule? A child is stimulus. A child is curious to ask question. Now, if parent can answer this question, then what is the reinforcement behind that? Positive one. Now he will ask more questions and it will build his nature. He will be more curious. Okay. If the parent scolding the child, then the negative informants is there and he will, the child will do? He suppresses emotions. He suppresses his curiosity. He will not ask you, and then it becomes and it leads to introvert nature. Okay, so that's why behaviorism. Language is learned through behavior. So you have seen that in the family, when parent like father and mother, if they are well speaker, if they communicate well with each other, then child, he is also a good communicator. Okay, so this is the actually theory. Maybe it vice versa. Okay, then we have Jean Piaget. He is psychologist. He has given the cognitive theory, the mental development of a child. He has given the 4 stages that we have: sensory motor 0 to 2 years, pre-operational, concrete stage, and formal stage, in which we have 11-year child development of mind. Okay? That what we learn how the child adapt language. He has given the these are cognitive stages. Object permanence key. This is your PYQ. What is object permanence key? That is when a child learns that why he needs to use this sentence, he needs to use this word, then he uses this sentence. For example, when you taught a child, then no, this is not the good thing. No, you cannot do. So when he repeated the same thing, the child will definitely say no, no. So this is called object permanence key. Like he says bye-bye to a guest who is leaving now. So the child will learn through the parent that bye-bye means, okay, we will not talk further. Okay, hello means we will talk. So this is object permanence key. Okay. Now the next we have Noam Chomsky. So what Noam Chomsky do? He has given transformational generative grammar rule. I have told you. Universal grammar. Okay. Deep and surface structure. What is deep and surface structure? Deep structure means the underlying structure. Now, what is underlying structure? That is the deep meaning. Like we have connotative and denotative meaning. So it is same. Like deep means what is the idea behind the words, and surface means you can say, like I'm says, like one of your friend is very upset and he says I am okay. So if you're a good friend, then you say no, he is not okay, there's something wrong with happening wrong with him. So this is the deep meaning. Okay, now what is surface structure? Okay, maybe he's upset one. So this is surface. This is a general rule, but in a sentence we have deep and surface meaning, in which you have to tell me about the noun phrase, word phrase, adjective phrase of a particular sentence. That is the cheer faad karna ek sentence ki. Okay. Then we have language acquisition device, LAD, in which a child learns from cooing, babbling, one word, two word, and from how we learn language 2 from language 1. So they are language LAD. Okay. Then we have Alice Vygotsky. He has given social interactionist theory. That is, we learn language after social interaction, through social interaction. How? Language acquired through social interaction. Like, I am living in a society where people cannot speak too much. So maybe I am introvert one. But if I know that I am living in a society where I can express easily my ideas, so this is called extrovert nature. Your extrovert nature will be built definitely. Now, what is JET PD? Zone of proximal development. This is an important concept. Actually, this is a gap between what you learn and what is being taught to you. Like, there is a question, I am not able to solve this question. Like, I can solve half of the question, but I need to solve full question, and what my teacher is teaching me. So this is, and then I solve this question. So the stage between these is called gap, and it is called JPD. Okay. So this is the gap, what a learner can do alone and what a learner can do with guidance. Okay. Now we have Leonard Bloomfield. Now, Leonard Bloomfield has given he is American structuralist, okay, and he has given distributional analysis theory, morpheme concept, and this is the name of his seminal textbook, that language is formal and systematic structure of pattern, okay. Now, what is distributional analysis? For example, if I say write down, so what is the second thought coming into your mind? I need a notebook to write down, I need a pen to write down, I need a pencil to write down, okay. So writing is related to notebook, pen, pencil. So this is distributional analysis. Similarly, if I say drink, then you will say water. Okay, drink juice and आपकी सहूलियत के हिसाब से. So this is called distributional analysis. That is, the some words are interrelated with each other. Morpheme concept he has given, that study of morpheme, study of verbs like I have, happy. So if I attach un and ness, then it can be into a different word, and which has different meaning. Like happy is cool, happy, smile, unhappy, sad one, unhappiness, again the noun one. Okay, so this is called the study of morpheme. Okay, so they are your key theorists. Now, stages of language development. This is your PYQ 2025, 2021, 2016. Paper examiner has asked questions with different approaches. How? First, we have pre-linguistic stage. That is before development of language. Before adapting the language, a child learns language through crying, cooing, babbling. Now, what is the difference between cooing and babbling? So first, cooing. It means the child only use vowel sounds. Okay, like he uses o, रोते ना जिस तरह से. So these type of sounds you can see a child of 1 or 2 months. Okay, then babble करना सीख. Then the child learns to babbling. How? He used consonant and vowel combination like dada, baba, okay, papa, dada. So these kind of words they will learn. That is the babbling one, combination of consonant and vowel. Okay. The next stage we have one word, and it is called holophrastic stage, and it is your PYQ. I will tell you about this slide. 12 to 18 months. Okay, single word carry whole meaning like mama. If the child is weeping, mama, laughing, mama. If he has to need something, mama. So this is called holophrastic phrase. Then two word stage. Now he can mix two words. That is 18 to 24 months. Okay, like daddy go, more juice. Now it depends on your language. I can explain it Hindi very well or Haryanvi very well. Like you are from southern state, so maybe you cannot get the exact understanding what I want to convey. So it depends on the language. It depends upon the native language. Okay, like in our says, a child says for this, a simple combo of like a child says मुझे गाड़ी चाहिए, ठीक है, गाड़ी चाहिए, ठीक है, रिमोट चाहिए, ओके, और ही विल से यही चाहिए, मतलब जो भी चीज उन्हें चाहिए होती है, ये खाना है, वो पीना है. सो दिस इज कॉल्ड आई वांट टू ईट दिस. The child will not say I want to eat it. What he will say, burger khana hai. So he will not say I want to eat burger. He say burger khana hai, burger khana hai. So that stubbornness, he will repeat it again and again. So that is what we call two-word stage. Then there is a telegraphic speech. What is telegraphic speech? Matlab 2 to 3 years. Now he keywords only. He will not use like I, you pronoun or the verb. Just what is the idea? He just convey it to you. Okay. Like what cookie now? This is the English one. And in Hindi speaker, Southern speaker, different language, they speak differently. So they use single words. They use, no, not single word. They use the idea. Okay. Bas. Khana bana do. They will not use aap khana bana do. They will not say make food. They will not say please make food now. Khana hai. Khatam. Then multi-word expansion. 3 to 5 years. Complex sentence. Now they can use grammar rules. They can use past form, present form, future form. They can express their ideas very well. Okay, you know very well 3 to 5 years child can express his ideas. Then we have full competence. Full competence means 5+ years. They are adult like grammar. Now like us. Okay, so this is so these are the stages. Now let us solve the questions. Okay, so first, we have arranged the following stages of first language acquisition scheduled in its chronological order. So, this is your June 2025 question. कहता है कि the two-word stage, telegraphic stage, we know very well. The first stage we have cooing stage, that is D. Then babbling. First he learned vowel sound, then consonant and vowel mixture. Then he used homophrestic, that is one word stage, that is C. Then he used two-word stage, one word ke baad he moves to two words, then telegraphic, that is he will use words but he ignored pronouns and verbs structure. So that is DECAB. Okay. Another dekho 2021, even it comes in CTET paper, assistant professor with different approach. Okay, but I add only this one. Holophrastic, babbling, telegraphic speech, cooing. So first we have cooing, then he used babbling, then there is holophrastic. Holophrastic means one word, then telegraphic. So DBAC is the answer. Okay. Now there is another question that is from December 2025. कहता है assertion है all modern language have some words with pronunciation that seem to echo naturally occurring sound. He is discussing here onomatopoeic words. That is the sound, like we have hiss, budge, okay, cuckoo. So that is onomatopoeic word you have read in figure of speech. Okay. So first, before language evolution, we have these sounds. Okay. Now what is the reason? When different objects flew by making a kaka or cuckoo sound, the early human tried to imitate the sound and then use them to refer the object when they were not present. Yes, before language development, our ancestors, they used sound imitated from nature. Okay, so there is a sound system before understanding the language, the word, the meaning, letters. Okay, so they imitate nature, they imitate animal, and then they slowly and steadily they evolve their language, they produce their language, they produce their words. So assertion is right, reason is right. So our option is A. Okay, so this is your question from UGC NET December 2025, and here our lecture ends. So this is not only the introductory lecture. From this introduction, you have solved 4 questions, and there are many questions related to these one. Okay, you can check different sites, and you can also make your questions with help of ChatGPT, because we all use that AI app. Okay, so I must say that it is not important from where you are getting knowledge. It is not important from where you are studying, from which app you are using, from which educator paid batches you are using. The main thing is that you should be consistent and focused. Okay, it doesn't depend. Your educator is good one. If he is giving paid batches, free batches, it is only up to you. It is only your hard work. So do self-study. Read some standard books, because it will build your mind, enhance your reading skill and your descriptive conceptual understanding. Okay, so and another thing is that be consistent. It's not like the paper demands 6 months to complete. Sometimes it takes time. It depends on your understanding. Okay, so this is our first lecture. In the next lecture, I will tell you about the linguistic and its all branches, in from where your 2 to 4 questions have come. Okay, so this is also important. Stay connected from first to last video, okay, because you will get the benefit. So bye bye.